Well, I'm here with Sarah, and this is Riverside Primary Academy
Yeah.
in Gateshead. So, and we've been working together in the class, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about some of the things that we've been chatting about in your class. And do you remember what we discussed? We've had 2 sessions now, so one last month and one this month.
Yeah.
What do you remember about what we've been saying?
Well, the one that you've done today, it was if, let's say, somebody called me a mean name, that wouldn't really happen. But if somebody did...
Like what? We discussed a name.
P-brain.
P-brain. Yes, we said that.
If somebody called me P-brain, I would think, well, I know I'm not one.
Yes.
So why would I think I am when I'm not?
Yes.
So you would just probably like laugh.
Yes.
But they would probably just not randomly say that.
Well, unless they were trying to be kind of mean to you.
Yeah.
We discussed that, didn't we? That sometimes if people feel sad inside,
They just want to let it out.
they let it out and they say mean things to people, don't they?
But they don't mean it.
They don't mean it. Do they realize that they're being mean?
No, they don't really realize, but when they're probably gonna like startle, you need to try and ask them so they'll realize that they're being mean.
Yes.
Because if they don't realize, they're probably gonna do it to more and more people.
What could we say to someone who's being mean to us, calling, say, me a pea-brain? What could I say to that person that's intelligent?
You can ask them, like, are you okay? If they would say no, maybe to make them stop making it to you and other people, you might say why, and let's say somebody didn't play with them.
Yeah, so it could be that if you're really intelligent, you'll realize that they're being mean because they're unhappy.
Yeah, and then
You could find out why they're unhappy.
if you find out, let's say nobody wants to play them, maybe say, should I play with you?
Okay.
And they would probably say yes. They would probably apologise then. It'll probably be off after that.
It'll be over. And what about, what's the other way that we normally respond? Like, there's one way of responding with intelligence, but what's the reactive way to respond? When someone calls me a pea-brain, what do I normally...
You would say something mean back to them.
Yes. And what effect would that have?
It would have quite a big one because maybe they would get angry at you, go away, and then do it to other people.
Yeah. Or I could get angry back at them, couldn't I? For calling me a pea-brain. I'd call them something else.
Yeah.
And it would end up in a...
Like, kind of loads of words going to each other.
Yeah, or even worse. What do people do in playgrounds?
Sometimes they fight.
It could be a fight, couldn't they?
Yeah.
So there's always a reactive way to respond.
And a fallout.
Yeah.
It could be a fallout.
And in fact, this happens all the time around you. You see that,
Yeah.
right? So do you think it's possible for us to respond with intelligence, like we were discussing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's possible. If all the world done that this world would be brilliant.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we were also discussing sometimes criticism can be helpful. So we used an example, didn't we, this morning? Do you remember that?
Yeah. If you said, no, stop, the handwriting is not good at all. To make it better, you'd say, oh, well, can you show me how to do it properly?
Yes.
And then that would be kind of like a good way of saying...
Of responding to criticism. Yeah. So if someone says something critical, again, what's the reactive way of responding? What's the...
No, my handwriting is perfectly fine, you pea-brain.
You could call them a pea-brain.
That would probably be what people normally would do.
They would normally do that, right?
Yeah.
But if you're intelligent, you'll realize that sometimes criticism is a good thing.
Because you might not realise that you're doing something wrong, just keep on doing it.
Yeah, and you can learn. So then my response to you could be, hey, thank you, Sarah, for pointing that out. My handwriting is terrible, and I need to improve it. And how can you help me? See?
Yeah, and then maybe the person would help you.
Yes.
Then it'll be good.
Yeah, so that's what we discussed today. And do you think other children might be able to respond with intelligence like you?
Yeah.
You think it's possible?
Yeah.
Once you see it clearly, it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and do you remember what we talked about last time?
Yeah.
Okay, what was that?
Friendship and jealousy. Don't be jealous of your friends. We used the example that I still remember. If you were talking about your holiday,
Yes.
and you haven't been on that much.
Yes.
You say you've been on 3, I've been like on 1, let's say.
Yeah.
You don't compare yourself.
Yes.
Because if you compare, you might get jealous.
Yes. And when you get jealous, how would you respond? How do you react to somebody when you're jealous?
Probably like, if you're getting a bit angry and jealous, you probably stop showing off.
Yeah, you'd say stop showing off, or you'd think the other person's showing off, right?
Yeah, when they're just telling you something, you're just making it look like they're showing off.
Yes, because you're feeling bad, because your mind is comparing.
Yeah.
And it's feeling jealous, you see?
And if you're jealous, sometimes also it's listening. That's really good for friendship, because if you're telling me about your holiday, I'm probably thinking, ooh, why don't I go on holiday and that? And then you'll just be telling me and I wouldn't be listening because I would be thinking about my holiday.
Correct. And more importantly, you might jump in and start talking about your holiday, mightn't you? So I've not even finished telling you about my holiday.
And then I just jump in.
You just jump in. And how would that make me feel?
Sad.
Sad, because we all want people to listen to us, don't we?
Yeah.
And what are the benefits of listening really well?
Maybe if you listen really well, maybe something good would happen. Like if I listen to the teacher,
Yeah.
then maybe I would get everything right.
Yeah. Or if you listen to your friends in a really deep way, that could help your friendship. It could
Yeah.
help you make friends, right?
It would help you make maybe best friends if you're that close.
Yeah. But if you don't listen well, then what happens?
Maybe you could fall out.
You fall out, don't you?
Yeah, because also to make them happy, you could ask them a question
Yeah.
about it.
About their holiday, for example.
Yeah, let's say which if you went to Disneyland, which ride was your favourite?
Yes. So normally when you're telling me about your holiday, I'm thinking about my holiday, and I jump in and tell you about mine, right?
Yeah.
But the intelligent thing would be for me to let you finish talking and then ask a question.
Yeah, because if you ask a question in the middle, it's not like that exactly.
Because it means that you're not listening,
No.
right?
Yeah, so if you do it at the end, you'd be listening.
Yes. Now, we also talked about jealousy, and we asked if I'm jealous. Suppose you're better at maths than me,
Yeah.
and I'm jealous of you. How can that affect my confidence?
It could make your confidence go low, and then you'll start doing more bad maths than how good you could do it.
And do you think it might affect how hard I try to do my maths? I might think, well, I'm no good at it, you see?
So what's the point in trying?
Yeah.
In
And you know, though you're younger than me,
Yeah.
our minds work in the same way. We're the same human being.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like that on the outside, right?
No, but on the inside, we're all the same.
We're the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Am I aware, by the way, of this process of comparison going on in my thinking that's causing my jealousy?
No, you're not aware.
You're not aware. So what's the intelligent thing to do?
Like, just don't compare yourself and don't be jealous.
Yeah, but
You would probably think, oh, that was very nice. It looks like I was listening, and I think that they enjoyed it a lot. You would, let's say you had a big house, had a small one in the corner. You would be like, well, I don't mind. At least I've got a house.
yes.
I
So
like my house.
you're just saying what are the benefits of not comparing ourselves with others, right?
Yeah.
And you just mentioned one, which is you'd be happy with what you have,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Or I could be happy for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I could still be happy for you.
Yeah. If you've been on a really nice holiday, and we're friends, I could be really happy for you.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I think you would like that one. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah, and that would make us better friends, don't you think?
Yeah.
But if I'm jealous of you, how is that going to affect our friendship?
We might fall out because, like, sometimes you say things, you don't mean it. It just comes out your mouth because you're jealous, angry, sometimes sad.
Yes. Yes.
So it'll come out and maybe they might feel sad too.
Yeah. Now, when we speak, do we normally think about how the other person's going to receive it? Do we think about how the other person's going to feel?
No, but because you don't really think about it. But you should,
Yes.
because if I'm angry at somebody and I want to say something mean to them, you always think before you say it.
But do you normally, do most people normally think
No,
before they
just
say?
ignore it, like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and it just comes out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So what's the intelligent thing to do?
The intelligent thing is think, would they like this?
Yes.
Or you could think, would I want to be treated this way?
Yes.
If they would like to be treated that way, and if you would, you can say it. If you would and they wouldn't, just don't say it.
Yes.
Also, if you haven't got anything nice to say nothing at all.
Yeah. Do you know, Sarah, if all the adults in the world could live and behave the way you think, we'd have a brilliant world, as you said.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.